I'm Mariah. We've been married 26 years. Have to be low?
No, just a little.
Okay. Jeremy has now been in recovery for 5 years. This has been I felt it was important for people to hear from the perspective of the addict's family, more than it was for me to remain comfortably silent. This is totally out of my wheelhouse, so forgive me. Often we hear from recovering addicts, or if it's too late, we hear from the grieving family. But our sons, Brandon, who couldn't be here, Xander, and I wanted you to get a different perspective. We are a family that worked for it. We are proof that Emily's Hope's donations doesn't just help the addict, but it helps our whole family. Our story began when we were struggling to get my husband in an alcohol recovery program. He was spiraling and we had nowhere to land. We were adding up all of our available credit on our cards. We had just gotten our tax return back and it was still short. We didn't know it at the time, but Jeremy was admitted to the Avera Addiction Center 2 days later and was handed a form to fill out. We didn't know it was a donation until weeks later. This has been a long journey for us, but a very successful one. This donation also introduced new people and new adventures to our lives. Jeremy and Xander have found a wonderful community in their church. We met and became friends with great people like Angela and Jeff, and that's just to name a couple. We have happily volunteered for Emily's Hope for years. I don't think we can ever repay this donation back, even though I think we might have hit their bond monetarily at some point. This year has been a test to the foundation of that recovery and the new communication that it has built. I was diagnosed with breast cancer in September. I can't imagine my treatments without Jeremy. I can't imagine how much more he would have turned inward after my diagnosis had he not been in recovery. I don't think he'd be here with us still. It was to the point where he was isolating himself already from us before he got into Avera. I fear the addiction coupled with my illness would have taken him from us this year. The gift from Emily's Hope and the Avera Addiction Center gave us back a husband and a father. It gave us back somebody we could be proud of. The second week in February will be 5 years for him and our family. Thank you.
Tell you, Mariah is terrified of public speaking. She told me this. And when she asked to do this, I was like, are you sure? Are you really sure? And having gone through, she just finished up her last round of chemo on Monday. And I said, are you sure you're up to this? And she said, I am going to do it. I don't care what. And I have to tell you something else. Every year we give out an award. It's called the Emily's Hope Hero Award. We started it last year, okay, so it's annual, we're our second annual year. This family has shown up for every event, and I'm not kidding, we do a lot of events. If you're familiar with me, you know, we do a lot of events. They've shown up for everything. They've raised money. I think we gave you a $1,500 scholarship, and you probably brought in $10,000 or more to the organization, for sure. Stay in recovery as well. This award, it goes to Jeremy this year, but really to his whole family.
I guess I'm supposed to say something now. I didn't know this was coming. I'm absolutely speechless, which is very against my nature. I'm a public speaker. Yeah, it's going to be about 5 years here in a few weeks that my life really changed.
And you were one of the first people to get a treatment scholarship.
Yeah, ironically, I was actually working for Avera at the time, and about 3 months before the addiction center opened, I put the computer network in there. Joking with another engineer next to me, it's like, hey, next thing you know, we're going to end up in here. Well, guess what? I sure did. And I'll tell you, because of this organization, it keeps me sober. This is a huge part of the reason I'm sober. You just stand over here, right next to me. Yeah, I know you're behind me. So really, it's. I remember there was an event we were at. I think it was the golf place here in town, and Angela looks at me and she says, how do you stay sober? I said, well, I do it for you and everyone, and I do. She helps keep me sober. Dr. Moa down there, even someone like that does. She's awesome. But I could talk to half the room here and tell you that you're all the reason that I stay sober, because I made my sobriety public and it pushed me through. And now I'm trying to help other people do it when I can, every chance I get. So, Angela, thank you for this.
You're welcome. You deserve it.
I treasure it.
Very deserved.